Welcome children, welcome to our physics class. Today we are going to discuss about electromagnetism. Till 1820, the people believed that there was no relation between electricity and magnetism. Actually, we know very well electricity is one phenomena, magnetism is one other phenomena. So till 1820, we people believed that there is no relation, there was no relation between electricity and magnetism. But in 1820, the great scientist Hans Christian Ørsted gave the relation between electricity and magnetism. What does it says? What did he said? He said that whenever this electricity is passed through a conductor, this magnetism is induced. So I think from this one we can define what is electromagnetism. Electromagnetism a phenomenon in which magnetism is produced in a conductor due to the passage of electric current, means what? If a wire is there, if a conductor is there, if it is connected to a battery source of electricity, so what do we see here? Whenever current is allowed to pass through that one, so automatically we are finding magnetic field is produced around it. Means this conductor is now acting as a magnet. Means the current carrying conductor acts as a magnet. The current carrying conductor acts as a magnet. Right? Do we get what I'm saying now? Right. So electromagnetism, it's a phenomenon, it's a process. What is happening there? Current is allowed to pass through the wire. So what is happening? It is acting, this wire is acting as a magnet. Means around that one we can see the magnetic field. Right? So this is all about what is electromagnetism. How he proved this one? He proved by performing one activity. Okay, I'll give you that activity what he did. Right, let us verify Ørsted experiment. Verification of Ørsted experiment. How do we verify this experiment? So we have some aim. What is our aim? To verify Ørsted's experiment, or what we say, or we can say in another way also, to verify the relation between electricity and magnetism. So what do we need for this one? Some apparatus. We need some apparatus. What is the apparatus we need? We use a magnetic needle. You know magnetic needle or magnetic compass. Magnetic needle or magnetic compass is needed. A conducting wire is needed. That is, conductor is needed. Source of electricity, battery is taken. Battery is needed. And we have to operate it, so we are using a key. So we are checking, verifying. So we use a bar magnet also. We use a bar magnet also. Right. So etc. Whatever it is needed. Some stand also, maybe without that one also we can do it. But that's what I am putting, etc. Right. So children, our intention is to verify the Oersted's experiment. Oersted said that, Hans Christian Oersted, that there is a relation between electricity and magnetism. Our intention is to verify it. So for that one, we have listed out what is our aim, what is the apparatus needed, and then now we will see the procedure. Okay, children, you have to write the procedure in your own words. I will explain. So be cautious, right? Now the procedure, right? In this procedure, what do we do, you know? First of all, what do we do? We will observe the behavior of the magnetic compass. So I am taking a magnet, bar magnet. I am placing it somewhere on a table, on a plank, on a paper. A flat surface is taken. Let us suppose it is a plank on which this magnet is kept. This is a bar magnet. Now what do? I'll bring that magnetic compass and I'll bring it and keep it here. So you will find one needle is there inside that one. It is pointing like this. Means south pole of the needle and north pole of the needle will be, south will be towards north and north will be away. So you know north repels each other, south north attracts each other. So if you are placing at some other place, at some other place, at some other place, at some other place, so you will find like this. Okay, it will be pointing like this, it will be pointing like this, it will be pointing like this. So you will see some different directions. The needle gets deflected. Not only on that side, if you place over here, if you place over here, if you place, of course you can place in the middle also. Just I am showing some places. So you will observe it will be pointing like this and it is pointing like this, it is pointing like this. So from this one we conclude one thing. Whenever a magnetic compass is brought near a bar magnet, so obviously we are finding some deflection in the magnetic needle. So obviously this is the magnetic field. The region, the space around this magnet is called magnetic field. In this magnetic field, this magnetic needle is experiencing some force, because of which the needle is sometimes maybe going this side, this side, this side, maybe it is deflecting. Okay, so right. Now you can conclude one thing. This magnetic needle also a magnet. This is a magnet, this is a magnet. We are observing, we can see either force of attraction or force of repulsion between the magnetic poles. North pole is attracting the south, north pole is repelling the north. Okay, south pole is attracting the north, south pole is repelling the south. South pole is attracting the north, south pole is repelling the south. So isn't it? Here you can't see, means its effect, the effect of this one will be same. That's what you can't see that difference. So like that we are finding deflection in the magnetic compass due to the magnetic force exerted by this magnet, right? So I think you understood what is there, right? Now what do? I will take away this magnet from here. This magnet is taken away and placed somewhere away. It is kept far away, right? Now I am taking a copper conductor, copper wire. Its sleeve is removed. It's of course for the better performance I am removing the sleeve. I am rubbing with a rough paper so that its insulation also removed. And I arranged this in such a way it is standing on a stand, Y-shaped stand, and it is also standing over this one like this. Two stands are used over here, and wire can be hung, right? Wire can be hung, right? Now if this one wire is taken over here like this, one other wire is taken over like this, and we are connecting this one to a battery through a switch. Switch is in off position, plug key or tap key, whatever you may use. It is in off position, no current is flowing. So we are bringing the magnetic needle and placing this beside this one. So you are finding wherever you are placing, you are finding no deflection. Always, for example, it is pointing like this only, like this only, like this only. Wherever you place, whether it is up, down, below, above the wire, beside the wire, over the wire, behind the wire, wherever you place, everywhere its pointer is showing one direction only, right? Everywhere, no current in the wire, no deflection seen in the case of magnetic needle. Now what do? We will put on the switch. Switch is on. Current will pass through the wire. Current will pass through the wire. So what do you observe when you are bringing this magnetic needle and placing it anywhere below the wire, above the wire, beside the wire, behind the wire, from this side? So wherever you place, you are finding it is not pointing in a straight manner. It is moving. One time it is moving this side, one time it is moving this side, depending on the position where we are placing. So we are finding the magnetic needle is get deflected. Again switch is off, no deflection. Switch is on, deflection. Switch is off, switch is on, deflection. Switch is off, no deflection. Switch is on, deflection. Switch is off, no deflection. From this one, what do we conclude? Whenever the current is passing through the wire, whenever the switch is on, current is passing, in that case only deflection is seen in the magnetic compass. Means something is happening because of the passage of current through the wire. Then only we are finding there is a deflection in the wire. There is a deflection in the magnetic needle. Means from this one it is concluded. This current carrying conductor is acting as a magnet. So from this one it is concluded. A current carrying wire or conductor, acts as a magnet. So you have to keep it in mind. So from this one it is concluded. Yes, what is concluded? It is what it is concluded. What is our conclusion? There is a relation between electricity and magnetism. Okay, so we have to keep it in mind. This is our Oersted's experiment. So even if we perform really, definitely we can see this is useful in detecting the presence of wire in the walls, if those walls are very much old, where we cannot identify where the wire is there, where the wire is run through the walls, right? So I hope you understood this one, and we will see the other topic in the next video. Bye.